Hey, it's Nefarious UT coming at y'all with another Magicite video. So, started off, I don't remember if y'all knew, but we got a new group called the Dwelf. Now, this Dwelf unit is the one I'm going to be playing with today, as you can clearly see. Now, this is a post-recording editing audio thing, whatever you want to call it, because it's just a lot of effort apparently to have my audio sync up while I'm recording with while I'm recording the game as well. So I'm recording over it after the fact, and it's been a long time since I played this game. As you can clearly tell, I'm out here learning controls and things like that. Now, this total biscuit thing really messed me up. Oh, okay, I'm just blind. Alright, because when it said increase the total amount of HP and magic you had, I swear I only saw the magic go up. So I was really confused. Like, did this biscuit really just finesse me? Did I really just get lied to by a whole biscuit in the game? But that's besides the point. But this whole video is going to get split up into two parts because this one run that I had, best run I've ever had in this game, by the way, took up around like 42 minutes. It was a pretty good run though. So I'm gonna have to split that up into two parts just off the fact that I'm not about to be talking 42 minutes straight, because that's too much effort. That's too much work right there. So I'm gonna be splitting it up. Honestly, I might just upload both of these parts today. But as you can see, I'm doing pretty much the same thing I do in the beginning of all the playthroughs I've done on this game so far. You always need to chop down a lot of trees, especially with the Dwelf, due to the fact they start with a bow. So you don't really have to worry that much per se about, I don't want to say weapons in general, but pretty much you ain't got to worry about weapons on that level, just mainly arrows. But as you can see, I was just testing out because one of the last ones I did, I was using the great axe. So I was wondering if you could do that with wood as well, which was not the case. So I kind of looked dumb for that, but it's whatever. Now, I may have started with a bow, but I still ain't got no type of arrows. So I need to get some stones so I can start making some type of arrow, which will make my job 1,000 times easier, because having arrows, oh, I guess I didn't make no type of arrows. As you can see, I am a tactical genius, leaving the wood there because I don't need it. Still ain't made no type of arrows, but it's whatever. We live and we learn. Because with the Dwelf, since they get that 4 dexterity, it's really good to obviously start making arrows and stuff like that, so you could just be at the top of your game and the most efficient. For some reason, I really didn't think making arrows was a good idea at this point in the game. I have no clue why. But, there we go. I finally made some arrows. Because when you're playing as a certain class or character or race or whatever you want to call it, and their main ability is like, for instance, say with the Orc Clops, they were solely focused on melee damage. If you neglect that, I mean, you're kind of screwing yourself over right off the bat, because it's like you're taking away their strength and trying to go for something else entirely. Now, I will say the one thing I did do in the beginning pretty well was I conserved a lot of my arrows because for some reason this game just like they love throwing. Oh yeah, that right there was clutch. Getting that chest right there, most clutch thing. But anyway, so the game loves throwing a lot of mobs at you in a lot of impossible situations, which I'm not really a fan of, to be honest with you. But it's whatever, you know. They love throwing stupid situations. So, but you see that blade that I have down there? That blade, I believe, from what I've played so far, is the best blade in the game, period. I believe. I could be completely wrong. But, like, I'm pretty sure it goes from wood to stone to iron to gold and to then diamondite. And as you can see, I decided to make a diamondite axe. I really have no idea what the reasoning behind that was. And you can see my inefficiency as a player right here really coming into effect. Because, you know, I just can't do anything without taking even the slightest of damage. But hey, we got more arrows, and that's what's important, you see. This diamond axe, I'm gonna call it diamond because I'm not saying diamondite. It's clearly diamond. See, if you got a problem with that, well, you could just click off right now. I don't need you here, period, at that point. But as you can see, this diamond axe, it is easily the best item I have currently in my loadout. And I'm kind of in the point where it's like I could do something. Like I could go to the shop, buy some things, but I'm not going to, just off the fact that progress to me right now at this point is more important. Now, hindsight, I definitely should have made a pickaxe over the axe, because what I've learned from this game is the higher level, like the higher tier of pickaxe you have, the better items you can get from mining the colored stone. So you know how I just mined a blue stone? If you have a diamond pickaxe or a gold or an iron one, it gives you the chance. I shouldn't say it gives you the chance. It basically drops one of the gold or one of the iron or one of the diamond, depending on what color it is, which is really useful, and it would have definitely given me an amazing boost in the beginning of the game, and I'd have been honestly breezing through this part with like no worries at all, because in this game diamond stuff is just, it does a lot for you. Like it really can carry heavy. Now see, I do upgrade my pickaxe here so that it will be more useful. I say more useful, but it's like, you know, it's whatever, to be honest. And still to this day, I have no clue what happens if you hit zero hunger. Like I've never hit zero hunger, just off the fact that I'll die a lot in this game. Like I'll die a lot in this game. But the least thing I want to do is die from hunger. Now, this is a new ability that I just gotten. Like, of all the three, this is probably my favorite one, just because it allows me to not take any damage and fight. Now, see, I got a sword hilt right here. So, you know, that was clutch. Now, I was kind of mad because I had wasted my diamond blade on an axe now. But at the same time, it was like, you know what? It's whatever. We'll make a bone sword. Because bone. I shouldn't say bone's the worst thing, but it's definitely not the best. Now, I tried to make. See if I could use that for the blade, for the sword, but this is like, nah. I still don't know how you make a sword hilt. I'm probably gonna go into the game unrecorded and see how to figure that out. Because if I could make a sword hilt, that'd be clutch. Like, I could really use that immensely. 'Cause I'm tired of fighting people with great axes and pickaxes. It's just not an efficient way of fighting people in this game. No matter how much you see me do it in the game, it's not a good way of fighting. But I'm still out here rocking my great axe, murdering everything I see, because that's how you do things. Honestly, depending on how I feel, I might turn this into a 3-parter or 4-parter. Cause these are kind of long. See, I had to look back at the controls so I can figure out how to use it. But that's the summoner thing. Now that thing right there is one of the most clutch. Just off the fact that it goes wherever your cursor is, and it can't be, what's the word, locked onto by enemies. So you can put it there and the enemies won't go out of their way to fight it like they will you. Now, not gonna lie, I think I did make some dumb decisions at this current point. Like, I don't know what I was doing with that. And that right there was really dumb of me. Like, selling that iron was really dumb. Also, selling those arrows, pretty dumb. Like, the amount of stupid things I did during this, looking back at it, is really shocking. Because I thought I was doing great, but I was kind of just hyped up off the fact that I got something diamond, and I was just like losing it over that. But it was definitely an interesting experience, this game. Like, I had never, like, but this Dwelf class, like, to me, it kind of surprised me that it was this good to be. Like, the fact that I got a bow right off the bat, which was clutch, because that means I can avoid literally throwing my life away trying to fight enemies, which was great. And that total biscuit in the beginning was really useful, because I don't know if y'all saw it, but the Dwelf gives you minus 1 HP and 4 dexterity. Now, that, I know this supposed to be a range class and all, but like, bro, just imagine you have 4 HP and you subtract 1. You're already down to 3. That's your 2 hits. That's it. Now see, this is where the bow comes in real clutch. Because those dudes, they just shoot you. They shoot you with their stupid magic balls of death. And I didn't have to deal with that because I could just long range them. And it felt nice to know that I was able to just completely outrange them. I wasn't able to get into their zone of aggro. But that right there, that got me. That shocked me. Like, I never thought there was a rock creature in this game. Kind of threw me off because I was like, I expected there to just be going over there, get my loot, continue on, but nah, they had different plans for me. Now, this is the only thing I have an issue with the summoner for. It's just, you can't move him. Like, he won't fire down or anything. He'll just fire in a straight line. So you have to straight up put him like on the same plane as the enemies you're fighting, just so he can hit them. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. Now, see, if I had my summoner right now, it would be really clutch, but I don't. So, unfortunately, I just got him back, but I was like really thinking, should I just run up there and slap them to death? But I didn't think I would have enough HP to take enough of those hits, because those dudes, they just hit you with the speed burst out here. They just like, the second you get in their circle, it's like, yup, we coming right at you. No hesitation. We moving quick, fast, and in a hurry. We are on you. Like it's they act like it's their job to just make sure they speed boost right into your face, right into your grill, hit you with that 2 damage real quick, and continue on trying to kill you. Like it's between them and that stupid bull animal as like 2 of the most annoying enemies in this game. Like, so that bull in the beginning, that was in one of the previous videos I did. That shit was annoying. Like, off rip, you got in range, it was a wrap. Like, he just said, fuck you, fuck your life, you're dying, period. That's it. Goodbye. Say goodnight. Luckily, though, I didn't have to encounter one of those in this run. Otherwise, I probably would have died just off the fact I wasn't using my bow as much. But this whole bow situation, honestly, probably the best thing. Now, see, you can see my archer skills right there. I mean, they definitely gonna disappear the second we start getting the enemies that'll actually fuck my shit up or actually pose a threat. But for there, they look pretty good. Now, at this current moment, I believe once I beat this section, I am the furthest I've ever gotten in this game, off camera and on camera. Which to me is kind of funny, because I used to be really bad at this game, and that's why I didn't play it much. Just because I was so confused, they kept throwing me into situations I couldn't compete with. Now, this is the power of the diamonds in this game. Like, you see how much like loot I'm getting from one swing? That's ridiculous. Imagine if I put that on my pickaxe. Just imagine it. Things would be so much different. I'd be getting all the loot. And I'd be looking clean while doing it. It'd be fire. Be moving all of it. Be collecting everything. But that's not the case for right now. I still only have a diamond axe. But you see that gold blade? Now, this game, like, I swear, with other classes, that crafting thing where it gives you a potential to give your weapon more, what's the word, more buffs for your character in and of itself, it was non-existent for this Dwelf. Like, everybody else, I swear, they was getting it like left and right. Like, you'd create one thing and be like, oh, you're getting that HP, everything. Now, see, the Scourge thing I just saw, that thing, you can miss me with that. I have never seen what it looks like, and I never will see what it looks like, just off the fact that that's not for me. I don't need that. And yeah, I don't know what I was doing right there. I was just firing arrows just because I could. Now, in the village, it's kind of cool to kill the NPCs that aren't selling you things. just off the fact that you can get like a few gold from them. High key, I've been thinking about using the one perk where it's like you steal gold from them every time you pass them by. I wonder how well that would work here. Just like you keep sprinting by people, you just gaining gold. But I have no idea. Now, this menu right here allow me to actually understand what I had to do with certain items. Like, I see that I need leather and I need a bar. So I need to figure out where I make these bars. And then I see the blacksmith. And so I finally figured out how I make bars with iron and how I make armor. Because I've been wondering for the longest, when do I just get armor? But look at me now. We got that thick helmet. And if you saw quickly enough, that I got my boost on it. So it gives me extra buffs to my stats and whatnot, which is really nice. So that I don't end up dying real quick and fast. Now, this part was also very interesting just because I made that. Now, I couldn't really do anything with those at this point because I ran out of ore. But that was pretty cool. And this is where we're going to end off this first half. Now, I don't know whether or not I'm going to upload the second part after, like on the same day or maybe tomorrow. But stay tuned because it gets a lot more interesting. You know, I'd start discovering a lot more things in this game that had no idea that they were even in it. And it was pretty interesting, you know, like this was a very big learning experience for me. Like I really picked up a lot from this game. And it really showed me what you are capable of doing in this game. And also like the different ways you can go about doing things in this game. Like there are certain things where it was really eye opening to see. But anyway, it's Nefarious UT. There is no intro, there is no outro. See ya.